No, it's not AI. I'm first going to show it to you and then I'm going to explain it to you. So stick around if you want to know all the details. Go to your browser and go to this link, em-cms.com, or you can follow the link inside the description of this video or in the comment section is also there. Then Emdash will be loaded in, especially for you. So now you have this playground. And then we are at the dashboard of Emdash. This really looks familiar in WordPress, but I do like this dashboard. It's just cleaner. As you click over here to view site, you go over here to the website. This is the website that we're editing right now. It's really simple. As you can see, it's extremely fast. You just click on it and it's there. All right. Nothing really fancy, just a simple blog. Remember, this is version 0.1. Everything is still in development. It's just the very first stage, but they already launched it to the world for you to see. Now, the first thing that we notice is this entire menu is way more logical. You have your content and you can also collapse it. Your content, pages, posts, and media, of course. Then we can manage it. You manage your content, menus, redirects, widgets, sections, categories, tags, and bylines. I have no idea what those are, but hey, who knows? You have the admin, the content types, users, plugins, import, and your settings. Ooh, I like this. You can just enter your entire WordPress site. But this looks just very familiar, but it's really clean and it's extremely fast. And that's something that I really like. All right, let's start with the pages. If you go in here, you can see one About Us page. You can duplicate it. Another native feature that WordPress still hasn't implemented after all these 24 years. I mean, why is that? Nobody knows, so we have to fix it with plugins. However, we can just move into trash and edit this page. This is the About Us page. Again, 2 columns, very simple, very logical, feels familiar. You can put it on full screen. Now we can edit it with no distraction. I like this. On the right side, we can check the ownership, bylines, and we can do everything. This feels a little bit like Gutenberg. You just have the text editor, and then within the theme, you can customize the entire looks. So if we go to posts, you can also see the same thing. We have a featured image. Here we have a lot of content. And on the right side, you have again your taxonomies, your SEO, also your categories, I think. And of course, we have the revisions. Very nice. Then you can manage all your comments, the menus. You have your primary navigation, add a custom link. We have the widgets. Ooh, I like widgets. They're like the basis of WordPress like it was 25 years ago, and we use them a lot. We're moving completely away from widgets, but they also have sections. That's great. These are like the theme builders. You can create like a header section, about the other section, a sign up. Perfect, makes sense. Yeah. Then we have categories, we have tags. Then we go over here to admin. We have content types, pages and posts, and we can create new content types. Projects. Immediately we have the label for the plurals. We have slug, we have a description, and we can change the URL pattern. I like this. Let me close this one. Create your content type, and there we go. Now we have also pages, posts, and projects. Very simple. Users, again, user roles, basic, no plugins. We can add plugins. If people create plugins, you can add them in over here. And we have the import function, so we can import an entire pages, posts, and custom post types from WordPress just to Emdash. So you can basically convert any website that you have inside of Emdash. Well, I'm a bit worried about the visual because when your entire website is created with Elementor or with Divi 5, I don't know exactly how this will look within Emdash, but I get the point. This is really smart. And over here we have the settings, the general settings, the reading settings, social links, I don't know, all these things. Well, like this. Security settings, not available yet. Self-sign-up domains, API tokens, and we have here emails. Now it also comes with a front-end editor. If you just go on one of your blog posts and you click over here on edit, it just reloads really fast. And then we can just create anything we want in this entire post. Just like this. And then when we hit edit again, it has been saved and it's inside there on your WordPress, on your Emdash website. If you want to deploy this on your own Cloudflare account, there's no problem. Just click on here. And then we are here on GitHub and you can download everything and see everything how it works. But if you want to deploy it on Cloudflare, you will need dynamic workers to run secure Sandbox plugins. To do that, you should have an account with starting at $5 a month. Then you click on Deploy to Cloudflare. And then you are here on your Cloudflare account. You can just use this one, anything you want, setting this entire thing up and press over here on Create and Deploy. This looks like this is only for developers, and basically it is because it's still version 0.1. But when this releases and a lot of people are going to build on this to create themes, to create plugins, this can grow really big, really fast. And then you will see that different kind of hosting companies will also offer the same pay-as-you-go module with their own workers. And instead of Cloudflare, you can use any hosting company that you want. It's just a matter of time. But let me explain to you exactly how Emdash works and what the difference is with WordPress. WordPress powers over 40% of the entire internet. It's a massive success story that democratized publishing for millions. But let's be honest, the open source project will be 24 years old this year. When WordPress was born, the internet as we know it now wasn't even imaginable for everyone. Fast forward to today, and 96% of all WordPress security issues come from one place: plugins. Now, plugins are the biggest success of WordPress. I mean, those are amazing, but it's also its biggest problem. In 2025 alone, more high-severity vulnerabilities were found in the WordPress ecosystem than in the previous 2 years combined. The architecture is fundamentally broken for the modern web. Emdash by Cloudflare is being called the spiritual successor to WordPress. Cloudflare's team recently rebuilt Next.js in a week using AI. But for the last 2 months, they've been working on something bigger: rebuilding the world's most popular CMS from the ground up. No PHP, no legacy baggage, and no more plugin security problems. Let's break down why Emdash could be the future. The fundamental difference starts with the code. WordPress is built on PHP, 24-year-old monolithic architecture. It requires a server that's always on, constantly listening and consuming power even when no one is visiting your website. Emdash, however, is written entirely in TypeScript and powered by Astro. It is serverless. Instead of a heavy server, it uses the V8 isolate architecture. When someone visits your site, a tiny isolate spins up in milliseconds, serves the content, and then disappears. It scales to millions of hits instantly and scales back to zero when the traffic stops. You only pay for what you actually use. The V8 engine orchestrates these isolates, lightweight context that provides your code with variables it can access and a safe environment to be executed within. You could even consider an isolate a sandbox for your function to run in. A single instance of the runtime can run hundreds of thousands of isolates, seamlessly switching between them. Each isolate's memory is completely isolated, so each piece of code is protected from other untrusted or user-written code on the runtime. Isolates are also designed to start very quickly. Instead of creating a virtual machine for each function, an isolate is created within an existing environment. This model eliminates the cold starts of the virtual machine model. In WordPress, a plugin is just a PHP script. When you install one, you give it the master key to your house. It has direct access to your entire database and all your files. If a simple contact form plugin has a bug, a hacker can steal your entire database. Now, Emdash fixes this with sandboxing. Every plugin in Emdash runs in its own isolated container called a dynamic worker. The plugin is blind. It can't see your database or your files unless you let it. It must explicitly declare what it needs in a manifest. For example, a plugin that sends emails will request read content and email sent. It cannot touch anything else. It has no external network access unless you grant it. It's like the permission pop-ups on your iPhone. Security is built into the architecture, not added later on as an afterthought. Now let's talk about money. If you're a developer, the WordPress economy is a double-edged sword. Because of the way PHP code is intertwined, most plugins are forced into this GPL license, which often means you're pressured to give your code away for free and only charge for pro features. Plus, you're stuck waiting in long review queues for centralized marketplaces just to build trust. Now, Emdash changes this game for developers. Because plugins run in a secure, isolated sandbox, they don't share code with the core system. This means you, as the author, have total control over your intellectual property and your license. You can choose to keep it closed source or MIT. Combined with the built-in 402 payment protocol, Emdash allows you to monetize your plugins even on a per-use basis. It moves us away from restrictive marketplaces and into a world where you can get paid directly for the value your code provides without the security risk or the licensing headaches. Now, WordPress themes are also a security risk because of functions.php. In Emdash, themes are built using Astro, the fastest web framework for content-driven sites. Creating a theme is familiar to any modern front-end dev. You use components, layouts, and CSS. Crucially, an Emdash theme can never perform database operations. It's strictly for the front end, keeping your core data completely safe. You can build high-performance SEO-optimized themes using modern tools like Tailwind and TypeScript and sell them with any license you choose. You aren't just selling a design, you're selling a lightning-fast, secure user experience that is decoupled from the backend. It opens up an open market where your design quality and performance are the selling points, not just your reputation in a centralized marketplace hoping that the next core update won't break your entire theme. In a world of AI agents, we see that WordPress is right now trying to make it work. Emdash is ready from the start. It features a built-in MCP server. This means you can point an AI coding agent at your site and say, build me a new custom content type, or migrate this old theme, and the agent has all the tools and context it needs to do it programmatically. It even supports 402 payments. About the 402 payments, this is an open standard that lets you charge AI agents or users for access to your content on a pay-per-use basis. No more confusing and expensive subscription plugins, just pure internet-native monetization. Do you think that Emdash will replace WordPress in the upcoming years? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.